Hey, I'm Adam.
I'm Bryan.
Back with another episode of Buds and Suds. Last beer of the night.
Last beer.
Sad. That was where the exclamation point came from. This one comes from my trip to Hunahpu.
Look how pretty.
This bottle is beautiful. But so this beer, funny story. So this is sh-KEEK.
sh-KEEK.
This is a 2019 maple Hunahpu, basically, is what we can tell. So it's got the typical vanilla cacao and the three Guajillo, Ancho, and whatever Chile Peppers. And this is with maple as well. So it's basically maple Hunahpu. So the funny story about this beer is 3 years ago, when you and I last went, it was towards the end of the festival. Things were kind of running out. We were winding down. And we're like, oh, let's just try some of the Cigar City, beers because they're there.
Right, they're there.
Very easy to get. And we had the sh-KEEK. And it was amazing. We had 475s.
Yeah,
we loved it. We were like blown away. And it was funny because that year maple wasn't big in beers. I mean, you had your CBS from years ago, but it wasn't really. This year it was funny at Hunahpu Day. All these big stouts had maple, so this one really didn't stand out as anything special. But so maple Hunahpu, 11%, sh-KEEK.
Or Xquic if you're from Kentucky.
Or Xquic, as we called it for the longest freaking time. But anyway, let's get into it, man.
All right, let's do it.
So just darkness.
Yeah, it holds the glass well.
Yeah, that 11% tan head.
Let's get the nose.
It's
sweet big maple.
So
yeah.
I mean, I smelled it as soon as I opened it. It wasn't even.
Oh my goodness.
It wasn't even close, right?
No, it's just huge maple.
I mean, you could smell some cinnamon behind it, like if you get that, like almost that kind of French toastness, you know?
I can get that. I see what you're saying, yeah.
Like there is like that kind of cinnamon sugar French toast thing. If you get those kind of like apple cinnamon French toast, or if you just put like cinnamon sugar French toast. But
or maple sugar French toast.
Yeah, it's got that syrup. It's big syrup.
Maple French toast. All right.
Oh, smells good. Cheers.
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 475.
475. Buds and Suds.
Oh, that is so good. Oh my gosh, that's good. I see why we gave it a 475. That is phenomenal.
God, it's good.
It's got a nice creamy mouthfeel. It's got that maple up front that's so thick and chewy. And then you still get some cinnamon. You still get, the pepper on this compared to what we just had. The pepper is just, it's there. You can kind of get it, but it's not burning. It's not. I mean, you just taste it.
Nearly imperceptible compared to that.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm almost speechless. Yes, everything he said. So I've just pulled out the fridge, so it's still a little cool, but still, like you said, it's got a nice. I just put it in the pants. It's no problem.
No, we don't do things like that. Kids don't try that at home.
I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, it's still thick. So sweet, chocolatey, maple, but it's got that vanilla. So like, I just keep thinking because I just keep relating things to food, but it reminded me of the French toast because it's like very buttery as well. But it's like that French toast where you put the cinnamon sugar on top and then just pour maple syrup. I mean, it's just it's decadent, it's desserty, breakfasty. It's wonderful. And you're proper glassware, by the way.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's really good.
I'm not going to see why we say what we said.
But I have to admit, at the end of Hunahpu Day, I mean, granted it was a couple of years ago, but I was skeptical that maybe we were just saying, oh, this is good because it has maple. At that point, you're right, there wasn't a big maple craze. It was basically Toppling Goliath and CBS, and that wasn't much else that was maple.
Yeah.
But this is phenomenal. God, this is great. Thanks for sharing this one.
Yeah, no problem.
And thanks for making me work while you got to go.
I didn't make
It's just the schedule, I know.
It's
just the way it fell.
It's the way the world, the galaxy turns.
Yeah, it's a 4-week schedule, so that means next year I will not be working. Thank goodness.
You think? Unless it rotates.
Unless it's early next year. Oh goodness.
Anyway, 4.5, 4.75 to me. I'll go 4.75. I really like this.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, regular Hunahpu is like a 4 or 5, but this is a step up. It's a big step up. It's good.
A big step up. You getting a 5?
No, 4.75. No, not 5. It's 4.75. Barrel age it, and it might be a 5.
Barrel age, Xquic, Kentucky style.
Yeah, that's right.
Bourbon barrel age. Then you can call it. Yeah. The YouTube said whatever, but it's the pronunciation. We finally found what we were looking for last time on the Hunahpu website. It's sh-KEEK.
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 the virgin mother of Hunahpu and sh-KEEK.
Okay.
In Mayan mythology, not Xquic, the Kentucky god of bourbon and beer.
And maple. Don't forget the maple. Maple is what makes it.
But no, we're being goofy. No, this is fun.
If someone really liked, Huna's good, and if someone really liked that flavor, they might say that this kind of takes away from it because it's not as. I haven't had this year's yet, but you have to tell me when you went down there. It takes away from the spice of normal Huna.
Well, I don't really get a lot of spice this year. It was more of that kind of, and again when we tried together, that soy chocolate umami thing and cinnamon vanilla, that sweet icing thing I talk about. Okay. But no, there wasn't a lot of spice on this year's either.
Well, what about the cinnamon? I feel like this would probably take away from the cinnamon because
there was tons of cinnamon.
It's so sweet.
It was tons of cinnamon. So the maple does balance or detract from that. Yeah, but I still get cinnamon.
I get it too.
I mean, it's not. The maple is the predominant flavor.
Yeah, maple is so good. I think it adds to it. Just remembering what Huna was, it adds to it.
It's kind of like I get. It's I always talk about front, back, middle. I get that maple hit first, and then cinnamon and vanilla and the sweetness on the back with kind of this little bittersweet chocolate on the very, very back. But it's wonderful. I'm gonna go 475 again. I really enjoy this.
I think it's worth it. 475. I'm gonna be consistent. I have
to. But it's cool. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. So this year's bottles, just so you guys know, the 4 bottle was Hunahpu only. The 8 bottle was Hunahpu and sh-KEEK. And the 12 bottle, which was the most expensive, $400 ticket, added 4 bottles of this. So the only way to get this
was to buy 12.
Was to buy the 400. And so in their breakdown, though, the first 100 goes toward the festival.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it was $200, $300, and $400 for the 4, 8, and 12 bottle set. 100 basically goes, and honestly, the festival's phenomenal. I mean, it's you just. Try so much good stuff. So I think that $100 is actually well worth that festival. And then it's basically $25 a bottle. Yeah. And then to be able to get to that top tier to get this, and there was an extra tent that had awesome smoked sausages. So anyway, it was a lot of money, obviously, and it's a fun trip down there, but it's a lot of money. But yeah, to get the top tier bottle, to get this bottle, you had to. I don't know if they're going to sell it at the brewery or whatever. I'm not sure. But at least for the festival, you had to get that ticket.
So we didn't go last year. Did you look at tickets last year? You were working last year.
I was working last year.
Did you happen to look at tickets though? I just wonder if they did different bottles, or because the years that we went, we ended up with 12 bottles of Huna, which was kind of hard to offload. I mean, you trade a little bit, you sell a little bit to people that didn't get to go, but
12's a lot.
12 bottles of one beer, even if it's great, it's hard to get rid of.
Yeah, you're right, and that's a smart move because if I've not looked at for example, the ratings of this over time, like what had happened that year versus now, and this bottle and all that stuff. But like I said, we were blown away by this. I'm sure they're taking note. Like, oh my gosh, this variant of Huna, because there's a crap ton variants of Huna as you go down.
Yeah, there's a lot.
We're talking like 20 variants ish. Just to give you, like they did a donut variant this year. Things that you think, but like a lot of stuff, just they don't pull it off. I mean, it's okay, but it's not awesome. This one was awesome.
Yeah, this is awesome.
We agreed. So it was very smart, I think, of Cigar City to be like, hey, if everyone agreed with us that year. This bottle, this variant's great. Let's freaking bottle it, and they did, and it helps people sell it.
Well, if you remember the last time we went, which was not this past time, obviously, or the time before,
we went in 17.
So in 17, when we had friends that were interested in going, and the 12 bottle ticket lasted forever. Yeah. Because I mean, how many people want 12 bottles of Huna?
And it's $400.
Do you know when these sold out?
They're not. Or at least it wasn't.
They didn't sell out?
They did not sell out.
So maybe it's a cost thing, not a 12 bottles of Huna thing.
I'm sure it is.
But, I mean...
It's a lot of money to spend.
It's a lot. Plus, you have to get down there, and you have to bring it back, and, keep it safe. But still, to get 12 bottles and, of 3 different beers, that's a whole lot easier to swallow than 12 Huna. I think I still...
That was a good idea. That was a good idea.
Good job. I know you're watching this, Cigar City. So, tips from us. Do it again. Do it again. Buzz and Suds style. 3 different beers, 4 bottles.
Yeah. That's good, dude.
And we'll review them and give them fair reviews. And this is fair. 4.75. It's fair.
That's nice of it. Fair. Anything else?
No.
As always, guys, if you get the beer you love the beer you have. Thanks.